Bogi ni ya rais.
This is how Rigathi Gashagua's bodyguard saved him from a mob of machete-wielding maniacs hell-bent on turning Sunday worship into a bloodbath. It was meant to be a Sunday of spiritual nourishment, not survival tactics. Former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua made his way into Kasarani PCEA church on March 6th with his signature swagger and a convoy of loyal allies, ready to feast on the word. What he didn't know was that just beyond the church gates, another kind of feast was being prepared. One with machetes, clubs, and bloodlust on the menu. And guess who the main course was? The former deputy president. And were it not for the lightning-fast reflexes of his new private bodyguards, the former deputy president might be telling his story from a hospital bed, or worse, lying cold in a morgue near you. Armed goons, eyes glinting with mischief and mayhem, had a less than divine plan: storm the sanctuary, scatter the faithful, and turn Gashagua into a cautionary tale.
Fuck you!
Their operation was organized. Some lingered at the gate like sentries of chaos, while others crept inside the church, sniffing out anything remotely pro-Gashagua. As the sermon ascended heavenward, hell quietly broke loose. The mob breached the compound. Their mission: make the former deputy president beg for mercy, preferably on his knees, maybe with tears for dramatic effect. But the goons hadn't done their homework. They expected the usual political theatrics: panic, fleeing, maybe even a dramatic escape over a church fence. What they got instead was a masterclass in high-octane protection. Gashagua's new private bodyguards, dressed for church but trained for combat, snapped into action. In a split second, worship songs gave way to havoc. Guns drawn, eyes scanning, targets locked. This weren't your average suit and sunglasses security. This was a mini militia forged in adrenaline, prepared to take a bullet before letting a single blade touch their boss. The politician, often seen ducking from chaos in the past, remained glued to his seat this time, calm as a monk in a hurricane. It was as if he knew, this time we are not running. One shot cracked through the air, a divine warning or just a tactical alert, depending on your faith. workers scattered like roaches under a spotlight, abandoning their crude weapons and any illusions of invisibility. One of them even left behind his getaway motorbike, which was promptly turned into a bonfire by the defending side. The aftermath was a scene straight out of a political thriller. Broken car windows, smashed windscreens, a scorched motorbike, a shaken but unscathed Gashagua. And as is tradition in Kenyan politics, the blame game rolled in just as fast as the goons fled.
I didn't mind kutumiwa goons kila pahali. Kama hivyo ndivyo rais ameamua.
Gashagua didn't blink twice. He pointed a furious finger at none other than the president, accusing him of orchestrating the chaos in a grand scheme to intimidate him into silence, suggesting this wasn't just an ambush, but a political hit job dressed in church shoes.
Na hatuelewi ni kwa nini wengine wanatutumia watu ya kutushambulia. Na tumekuja kufanya kazi ya Bwana. And mimi sitaki niseme mambo mengi kwa sababu nitasungumza kesho jioni. Takuwa na interview kesho. Niko na maneno. Tomorrow. Ngalia vile maneno iko vile Kenya naenda. Na nitasema kesho. So mine is to say Kenya is a country of the rule of law and constitutionalism. Na katiba yetu has granted several freedoms. Ikiwemo freedom of worship, freedom of association, freedom of speech, freedom of movement. Tumeona a concerted effort to curtail our freedom to move around the country and to associate with those who are like-minded. That is very, very unfortunate. I didn't mind kutumiwa goons kila pahali. Kama hivyo ndivyo rais ameamua. If that is his borders operandi, it's okay. But sending goons ndani ya kanisa, rais, what happened to you? Ndani ya kanisa, surely hao watu ya kanisa ndio walikuombea. Sasa wewe umefika kiwango, ulinitumia goons Limuru kwa funeral, wakatuangaisha, tukasema ni sawa. The other December ukatutumia goons huko Shamata, wakatuangaisha, tukasema ni sawa. Last week ulikuwa umetuma watu huko Nyeri nje ya kanisa. Sasa umekuja mpaka umeingia ndani ya kanisa. Sawa, tulikuwa tunafikiria utapanga nje ya kanisa. But you have become bold. You don't care anymore that you are sending goons through the governor hapa ya Nairobi kuja kuangaisha kanisa la Kristo na kuangaisha sisi. It's okay, there is no problem. Wewe endelea kama unaona hivyo ni sawa, there is no problem. We are aware the Deputy Inspector General aliambia polisi wasikuje, but a few policemen in plain clothes walikuja wakasaidia pale, which is okay because there are some officers who are conscious that they have a constitutional obligation to protect life and property. Last week umetutumia polisi kutuangaisha Naivasha, which is okay. Lakini tunashangaa ni kwa nini, kwa sababu wewe unatembea hapa kwetu mlimani hakuna mtu amekuuliza. Si ametembea? Na nikaambia watu wamkaribishe. Bora walipe, si ndio? So we now let us be decent people. The way umekaribishwa pale, wachana na sisi tutembee pale tunataka. And even if you want to pursue us, don't pursue us inside the church. But of course, when we are seated here, wondering why the president would go to that length of sending goons inside a church. to attack leaders, to attack Christians. But we also remember that sometimes back, kanisa ya Kiambaa, watoto walikuwa huko, walichukuliwa wakarudishwa ndani wakachomeka. So we are not surprised, because hii ni tabia ambayo inaonekana it is consistent. So wewe rais, endelea, no problem. Lakini ujue hii kitendo ya leo, uhusiano yako na kanisa ya PCEA is irreparably damaged ever. So wewe endelea tu vile unataka, it's okay, there's no problem. And other churches are seeing. Hakuna mtu haoni. Na mimi sijui ni kwa nini kama sisi we are nothing. We are finished. We are nobody in this country. Why are you pursuing us? Si wachana na sisi tu tukae. Wewe uko na nguvu, uko na umaarufu mingi. Endelea. Wewe wachana na sisi. Sisi tuende kanisani tuombe Bwana, tuende nyumbani. Tuende mazishi tuzike rafiki, tuende nyumbani. Leave us alone. And I want to tell you, Rais, tafadhali, vile maneno naendelea hii Kenya, even if you eliminate regarding Gashagua, nothing will change. It will just complicate your politics more than it's already complicated. And we have enough soldiers to carry on with the struggle. You know, you may bring me down if that is what you think will help you, but we have enough soldiers here to carry on with the struggle. So sisi tunakualika ufanye vile unataka. Governor, hawa watu ya Kasarani walikuchagua. You cannot pay them back by kutuma goons kwa kanisa yao. Surely. Doesn't matter how ungrateful you are. If nothing else, watu ya Kasarani governor walikupigia kura, walikupatia mamlaka. How can you send goons in their church when they are raising funds for the completion of their church? It's very insensitive, it's very unkind, and it's something that we don't understand. But doesn't matter, musijali.